As I also said in my letters to the United Nations, CIA, and FBI, etc., these people are also not just trying to course these crimes from a psychological perspective, and they're also trying to do such through a neuroanatomical perspective, neurophysiological anatomical perspective. For instance, some of these people are trying to learn how to destroy your amygdala, a region of the brain associated with emotional and behavioral regulation. They're trying to destroy regions of the brain associated with pleasure, happiness, and things of that nature, um, such as your dopamine rewards pathway. They're trying to learn how to use neuromodulation to take away what they call the sense of well-being. They're trying to learn how to um, they're trying learning ways to destroy regions of the frontal lobe to impair reason and logic. So they're trying to learn how to do these things while also trying to find ways to stimulate rage, anger, and incite people to where they're driven by emotions and anger. They're trying to learn ways to make people feel desperate and helpless. So where they're driven and their navigator is their emotions, desperation, or their helplessness. While under the influence of this damage to these neuroanatomical regions um, associated with these things, such as reason and logic, emotional and behavioral regulation, happiness and pleasure, amongst other regions of the brain. So they're trying to create these environments of intense rage, helplessness, despair, depression, um, while also having these regions of the brain damaged with whether they're covert neurosurgical beams and lasers or they're implantable devices. Um, so this should be more than obvious evidence of attempts of murder, conspiracy to course crimes of passion like mass shootings or just murder. And if they're trying to learn how to do this on the large scale, this is more than obvious evidence of terrorist conspiracy. Who's not getting it, and who are the people with more than criminal negligence not arresting these people? I've written to you numerous times, to the United Nations, the CIA, the FBI, about this. The neurosurgeries I speak of are real. These illegal experiments they perform are real, and they can do them covertly from a fucking satellite with neurosurgical beams, as well as with these implantable devices. And then I've even heard some of these people are trying to program people to betting rings, and they're trying to implement these betting rings globally, and no telling what they conspire to do to people globally pertaining with using these neurosurgeries, these implantable devices, while also trying to enrage them with their gambling rings, while also trying to enrage them with these gambling rings with this neurophysiological anatomical impairment, whether permanently or temporarily or both. So this should be more than obvious to you. They're attempting murder, trying to course crimes of passion, and then potentially even trying to course crimes of passion on a large scale, which is more than obvious evidence of terrorist conspiracy, as well as conspiracy to murder and more. So how are these guys not in prison? This is ridiculous. And it should be more than obvious these people who lie and pretend my words are theirs are involved. And the people trying to make me look psychotic are involved as well. And trying to cover up the things I write and the things I talk about and say and probably are involved, and they're all looking for a way to get off the hook by pretending my letters that I write, my DOJ letters, my letters to you are theirs. Let's wake up. Amongst other things they're involved in, maybe such as theft of property and trying to gain positions of influence for infiltration or whatever they're doing. I don't know what they're doing with this game, but a lot of people are pretending the things I write, they write, and there's some game they discuss, and they may be trying to take credit or belts or this and that for infiltration. Others are trying to steal information so they can get off the hook for being involved in these crimes. Bet my life on it.